These are 5 products to avoid for your fish tanks. Almost all of these have their purpose and they can be great for certain situations, but for other critters, they are toxic and shouldn't be used in the tank with them. So I'm here to tell you which products to avoid for which critters. Now, the first one that you should avoid at all costs is not even really a fish tank product, but people do tend to use it for their fish tanks, especially when they're first starting out with fish keeping, and that is soap. Soap has toxic chemicals in it that can kill your fish, and even if you rinse out everything really well afterwards, it can leave residue in there that will disturb the fish and possibly lead to illness and death. There's also never really a reason to use soap in the tank. If you need to disinfect decorations or things like that before you put them in the tank, you can use a bleach and water solution, or there are so many other options. Number 2 is aquarium salt. Now, aquarium salt is great for getting rid of certain parasites like ick, but you should avoid using it for fully freshwater shrimp and snails. Now, there are some shrimp and snails that can tolerate a little bit of salt because they are actually meant to hatch their eggs in brackish water. And those would be like nerite snails and amano shrimp. But for fully freshwater snails and shrimp, you want to avoid salt because it can harm them. Even a small amount of salt can damage them in the long run. And this is also true for aquarium plants. There are some plants, like with the shrimp and snails, where some plants can tolerate a little bit of salt, and there are some that can't handle any salt at all. So be sure to research what types of snails, shrimp, and plants you have before you use aquarium salt. This third thing you should avoid if you have bettas. Bettas have a labyrinth organ, which they use to breathe atmospheric air, that means air above the water. Products with tea tree oil in them can harm the labyrinth organ and cause issues with breathing. Products with tea tree oil are Melafix, Pimafix, and even Bettafix, which has betta in the name, which is crazy. The fourth product you should avoid if you have snails, shrimp, and other sensitive invertebrates. It's used for treating external parasites and it's called Coppersafe. It has copper in it, but copper is toxic to snails, shrimp, and inverts, so please avoid using that with them. There could even be trace amounts of copper in your tap water from the pipes, or there could be copper in your fertilizers for the fish tank plants. So you can actually get little copper testing strips to test the amount of copper in your water with. I've also heard some people say that once you've used copper in a tank, you should never put snails and shrimp in there again, even if you think it's all out of there. I don't know how true that is. I'm sure everything could be sanitized fully over time, but it would probably take a lot of work. I don't know exactly how that works though, so I recommend doing your own research on that. And all of this stuff, honestly. Number 5 is more of a cautionary tale. These products are great, but they do contain a little bit of false advertising. Do not trust any products that say they allow the instant addition of fish. Now, fish in cycling can be done, but when it comes to first starting out with fish keeping, I don't recommend it at all. It's a very tricky situation and can go down a slippery slope fast. API Quick Start advertises that it allows the instant addition of fish, yet it also states that it immediately starts the aquarium cycle. So it starts it, but it does not finish it. So they're encouraging people to put fish in uncycled tanks. That's up to you if you want to do that or not. That is way too unstable for my liking. I like to have a nice established stable tank for my fish to go into. Fluval Cycle states that it also allows the instant addition of fish, and it also says it eliminates ammonia and nitrite. It will eliminate these over time as your tank cycles, but it will not immediately eliminate them. What will though is Seachem Prime. Seachem Prime detoxifies ammonia, nitrite, and nitrate, as well as chlorine, chloramines, and heavy metals in your tap water. But keyword there is detoxify. It does not eliminate or remove them, it just makes them non-toxic to your fish, which is perfect for an uncycled tank, which is what these two products want you to put your fish in. But other than that, I did some digging into these two products. They both do have nitrifying bacteria in them, and I have used them both in the past. They worked really well to speed up my cycling process. Even in a 55-gallon tank, I was shocked at how quickly it technically cycled it. I still left it for a while after that because, like I said, I like it to be nice and stable, but it was crazy. So I really do recommend both of those. Just don't trust the label all the way. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you can think of any other products that you personally avoid, let me know in the comments. I thought about adding silk plants onto this list. That might go in the next video. What's your thoughts on silk plants? Let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my other fish videos while you're here if you'd like. I have a whole playlist of them. I hope you have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love.